I challenge all of you watching right now, and I bet every single person watching this right now understands estimating body fat by looking at a person more than these machines. Coach Greg, in today's video, Mike gets his body fat tested in every single way except mine and decides which is the most accurate. None of them were accurate. I'm sorry, the number one method is my laser eyes. You know it, Mike knows it, the audience know it. Let's see the number one comment. You didn't do the Doucette laser eye test. And so frankly, I'm gonna give it to you right now. Mike is leaner than you think. I have him sitting at about 8% body fat. There it is. While it's funny, it's actually another good measurement. More accurate than last time. And so if I'm gonna give it to you straight, the only actual accurate method that's more accurate than my laser eyes is the MRI. And so frankly, that is the gold standard. Now, previously, and remember, I met up with Mr. Mike in person, myself and editor Steve, we talked to him, we told him, the DEXA scan is not accurate. He argued with us. No, I'm Mr. Scientist. I know better than you. I'm smarter than you. And the DEXA scan, it's very, very accurate until they told him that he was 14% body fat. Said, no way. He went back a couple weeks later on a different DEXA scan. He was 6% body fat, also not accurate. And so he then changed his tune and said, none of these things are accurate, and so which actually is accurate? Well, let's find out.
First up is the Bodpod, and we can get your density by weighing you and then throwing you in the Bodpod, and the Bodpod just really measures one thing, how much volume you take up.
And so the Bodpod, it's not going to be accurate. And why? Because you don't know the density of your body. What it's doing is it's guessing how dense your muscles are, your bones are, what you've eaten is, how much air is in your intestines, and how could it know this? And so when Mike goes in a Bodpod, it's automatically going to underestimate his body fat percentage because, as we know, his bone density is about 5 standard deviations above average. And so because Mike is very, very dense, the body fat estimating machines, they're going to underpredict the amount of body fat that he actually has. Mike, he should know this.
It's based on the bone.
Yeah, it's based on the bones. I mean, depending on how big your schlong is, it's going to expand. Are you full of blood? Is it flaccid? That's going to make a big difference.
I have a 10-inch dick.
And is it too soon to mention that Mr. Mike may or may not be with his woman? There's rumor online that Mr. Mike is single, and so if you like what Mr. Mike has to offer, slide into his DMs. It doesn't matter if you're male or female, as perhaps he likes both.
It's a little claustrophobic in there, but I like it because every single Bodpod is also a time machine and teleportation device.
So Mike gets inside of a condom, and it's going to predict his body fat percentage.
4.4.
4.4%. I mean, I've never been 4.4% in my entire life, but Mike, he's clearly way leaner than Coach Greg. Leaner than Coach Greg on stage.
Or sebum.
Sebum, I've said he's probably closer to 4% body fat when he competes.
Okay.
And so
he would
he's at least a week or two out from being as lean as Sebum. You know, 6-time Mr. Olympia champion.
Pretty much.
He's pretty close.
That's generous. I wish. You know, there's levels to this. That ain't me. That's a little optimistic.
And so Mike himself admits that's a little optimistic, a little generous. He isn't actually that lean. And so does anyone want to believe that the Bodpod is accurate since it guessed that his body fat is 4.4%? My laser eye said 8. What do your laser eyes say? I challenge all of you watching right now, and I bet every single person watching this right now understands estimating body fat by looking at a person more than these machines. You want to guess his percent? Write the guess in the comment section. What do you think that he is? Do you think that you're not more accurate than a Bodpod? Does anyone think, even one person in the world, that Mike is sub 5%?
Had a DEXA just a few days ago, got me at 6%. I kind of believe more of that a little bit, you know, although this is cool, amazing reference standard.
And so Mike is saying, you know, I like the second DEXA scan that had him at 6%. The first DEXA scan had him at 14%. He didn't like that DEXA scan, and so he found another one that gave him a number that he enjoys.
But I'm with you. That's low, and I would say generous. But yeah, but it seems more accurate than a 12%.
Yeah, it sure does.
And so if the person testing him says, yeah, it's a little generous, it's a little low, why didn't he just tell the man, hey, what body fat do you think I am? Well, I think you're 7.8%. There, go home. Wouldn't that save time? I mean, why are we doing tests that simply are not accurate?
So you're gonna sit right on that platform
The platform moves.
Yeah, it does move because that's what's weighing you ultimately.
How did he break the platform? Mike is just that dense?
So we got live data on the screen. This green line is measuring his weight underwater, and it says his body fat percentage is 3.9.
3.9%. I mean, close to being the leanest person who have ever lived. Almost as lean as the leanest bodybuilder to ever have set foot on stage. But remember, if your bone density is too high, of which we know it is, it's going to underestimate body fat percentage. And let I remind you that Ronnie Coleman did a body fat test when he was negative 0.33%.
0.33 was dipped underwater.
He had less body fat than zero, which is physically impossible, but yet the machine said so. Remember, Ronnie Coleman, also very dense bones, had a lot of muscle, and the more of an outlier you are, as in you don't meet the social norms of what they would expect, the less accurate the machine is. And so if you're a 5'5.5" manlet with a lot of muscle and a weird looking stomach and had surgeries and so on, and you're on performance enhancing drugs, it's going to increase the inaccuracies of the machine. But if you're Joe Blow, perhaps 25% body fat, you don't go to the gym, you don't work out, and you're of average height, perhaps you're 5'9", well, perhaps it's a little more accurate.
Ready, Mike? We're gonna do another one. Go ahead. I got 3.4 when I look at the full data set. So yeah.
Beautiful.
But yeah, good.
And so this time, he was able to blow some more air out, and he came in at 3.4%. Bro was one big fart away from being sub 3% body fat. Literally, one big fart, letting out the air, he's gonna be more dense, and he would be sub 3%. And so does this make sense? How could it accurately predict, to 100% accuracy, what your body fat percentage actually is? It would depend on your lung volume. How much air can you actually get rid of your body? What about the air in your intestines? Did you eat a lot of fiber, or are you holding in a fart? Several farts later, you could be up to 10%. It's true. You guys don't understand that I did this, perhaps before Mike was born. This is how old I am. I'm 50. 30 years ago in university, I would test people using this machine. I did it myself. I came in at 7.8% body fat. I was 2 weeks out from doing a bodybuilding competition. We'd blow the air out, we'd do the thing, and that was what I did. I mean, does he look 3.4% as he's walking slowly across the screen? I mean, even Coach Greg looks almost as lean as Mr. Mike. I mean, do we not look similar? And my body fat is over 8%.
What's next?
We're gonna do Skinfolds now.
Okay. I love it.
They have the same Skinfold caliper machine as me, the Lang Skinfold caliper. I have that exact green machine. I've tested your body fat. I've done probably not 1,000, but many hundreds I've done. And the machine is only accurate as the person testing. And what you perhaps don't know is there's several different ways to do the test. You can use the sum of 4, the sum of 3, the sum of 5, 7, 8 different Skinfolds. You can test every single part of the body, and some of them are more accurate than others. And so what I've chosen when I do it is 4 sites. And based on those 4 sites, it lines up the most with my laser eyes. Sometimes it's a little bit off. Some people just hold body fat in different locations, but it's okay as a guess.
When we dropped it down to 7 site, I got 8.3%. What can play a role in that is the 2 that it eliminates is bicep and calf.
Those are my leanest ones.
Well, exactly.
Every man's leanest body part is biceps and calves. You think a man has a lot of fat here? How much fat do we have? If you aren't penis shredded in this area, you're very fat. How much fat do you think I have on my calf? Freaking. I have 2.5 millimeters of fat on my calf. Do you really think men have fat on their calves? If you don't have striations on your calf, you're pretty much fat. This is just everyone. And so when you're a man, what happens is you carry more fat sometimes in your stomach or in your lower back. And so if you want to find fat on me, it's going to be back there.
Yeah, boy.
And so depending on the test, Mike has between 5.9%, 8.3%. What else does he have?
Same thing with 3 site, down to 3 site, we got 4.13-ish%. That is actually closest to the other 2 methods.
Which of those do you want to pick? Do you see that just because you got Skinfold tested doesn't mean that, hey, that's one thing? He had between about 4% body fat and 8% body fat. 4% body fat, about 8% body fat with the same Skinfold caliper. It just depended on what method he looked to compare to. We can see it's also not as accurate, again, as my laser eyes. Jim Carrey. I'm literally here for an eye laser test conference. You guys know I'm in Miami. Look, what do you think this looks like? Friggin' Halifax. I'm in Miami at a laser eye conference. I'm the guest speaker. We're explaining. All the eye surgeons around the world are gathering here to talk to Coach Greg about my ability to measure body fats. You did not know that. Also, what you don't know is that the testosterone from Coach Greg is 100% authentic. It's from Uzbekistan, and I can't wait till every single one of you tries it so that you can all believe me finally after trying it. And if you don't actually get the benefits, it's a money-back guarantee and a $50 gift card.
You've done this before. I'm just gonna hold it out in front of you. It's gonna throw you a number. So it'll think, and then it will give you your response.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, the BIA is next. It should stand for Big Intense Asshole.
What?
It just sucks. It's not accurate. It's stupid. It shouldn't exist. And you think that my laser eyes are accurate? Children's laser eyes are more accurate than the BIA. It should not exist. The only person that thinks that it's okay is Jeff King Nippa.
Jeff Nippa. Yeah.
You know, the science-based lifter, the dropout dentista. He literally said that he used the BIA to try to say, oh, your body fat is this and body fat is that. BIA is bullshit. Anyone that even suggests that it may, in fact, sometimes be accurate is an absolute moron.
20.5%.
20.5%.
It's like when I did the friggin' BIA, I stood on a scale, it was 19.8%. Remember we did that in Instagram? We did that on the friggin' cruise ship. I was 19.8%.
I was like 24.
You were 24, and you came out at 13.8 on a DEXA. Neither is accurate. And the Skinfold said you're 18, and I said you're 18. There it is. What do you think she is? She's close to what I tell you she is, because my laser eyes are accurate. Let's see. Another BIA. Oh, a different kind of BIA, as if that's going to be more accurate.
Okay, go ahead and step on. Let's see what it gives us. I got my numbers. You can step off. 32.8% body fat.
32.8%. I rest my case. Any machine that has an athlete button. Oh, I'm an athlete. Boop. It now knows your body fat percentage. What kind of athlete are you? A fat power lifter, fat strongman competitor, or are you a lean gymnast? Are you a marathon runner? You can't just press athlete and it knows what body fat percentage you are. He had him at over 30%. That would be obese. Mr. Israetel is not obese.
Yeah, we got one more. This last one's a relatively new one.
Oh.
It's an AI technology. It's going to take a picture of you. It's called Spren.
Didn't Mike get some kind of a surgery to make his waist smaller? Like, what am I don't see a smaller. Did you see this? I mean, is he going to have to go and get the, like, suck out your stomach thing again? Like, what did it actually do? It sucked out some fat cells and some skin. All you have to do is go on a diet long enough and the fat is going to go away. It's not going to make your waist smaller. Like, you can't suck out his stomach. Like, when you abuse growth hormone and steroids and so on, you just get a bigger belly. This is one of the things that happens.
That's why now he wants to get the mesh.
I got 2 DEXAs showing me at 14-ish% body fat and showed that I had lost like 20 pounds, but apparently only 1% fat.
Let me just wrap this up for you. These methods are all inaccurate. And so what they're basically saying is go and get all the testing done and then pick the number that you think is the most accurate. Why not just get none of the testing done and you just decide for yourself by looking in the mirror roughly what you think that you are. Analyze videos that Coach Greg has made. I've given certain people different body fat percentage and then generally get an understanding. And so which method is better? Is it not better to just say, hey, I'm probably 30% if you just look like you're 30%? And so all of this, hey, for vibes, for fun, for some numbers to compare, well, you can do it. But how does that actually matter?
It doesn't matter!
Judge for yourself. Do you have a lot of jiggling around? Do you have a gunt? Are you fat? Do you look like you're chubby? If you don't see any kind of abs anywhere, probably you're overweight. Not saying that you're obese, but you probably could lose some weight. And so remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being better than you are. I'm not saying you're a loser if you don't have 15% body fat. I'm saying 15% body fat for men is probably ideal in terms of your health. Getting lower than that, it's probably going to get you more girls. You're going to look more aesthetic, but you don't need to do it. Now, once you get into the 25% body fat or more for men, you're obese, you're fat, and it would benefit you both physically, mentally, intellectually, healthily, living longerly. It would benefit you by being leaner. And so maybe try going on a diet, maybe try getting my cookbook, maybe you should do some cardio, you should get some GO2 max to improve your cardio, increase your needs, recover faster. And if you haven't got the Turk, get that. If you haven't got the Blue Lobster pre-workout, get that. You can get G-Shred, G-Test, you can get G-Whiz. For all I know at my website, there's so many new products being added. And so get there, code Greg, 15% off. Now, if you want to get in clomiphene, testosterone, the peptides to help you lose weight, of course, go to AlgoRx and enter code Greg for 10% off. Now, if you want to keep watching Mike Israetel videos, well, you can do that. But why would you do that when you can just watch my videos summarizing what he got wrong? Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm, like the video if you liked it, liked the video if you liked the view, like the video if you like anything in your life. If you like a girl, if you like a boy, if you like animals, click the video. If you think that Epstein wasn't a nice person, click the like button. Let's get the likes up, for frick's sakes. And until next time, je suis